Alright, let's explore the tool on Moose that will help you to create a lightbox gallery. Okay, very easy. First thing you have to do is go to mooseloose.com, go to JQJS, stands for jQuery and JavaScript. Most of the galleries are run by JavaScript or jQuery, so let's go to Galleries. Go down to Pretty Lightbox and Pretty Lightbox 100. First thing you're going to have to do here is download this file. This here file, unzip this file, and when you do, put it in whatever is your root folder, along with Pretty Lightbox. This is where it should. This is what it should look like. Here, let me go to the actual Finder so I can show you this. Let's see. All right, here we go. Here I have my desktop, and here's my lightbox where we have all our droplets that we created in the previous. I have my originals. I have my IMGs, and remember, the large one is 001. The sepia one is B and D. So for every graphic, I have three elements. Okay, so there's that. Now looky, I created this. I downloaded and created my Pretty Lightbox directory after I unzipped it. Make sure it's not Pretty Lightbox and then a Pretty Lightbox here. This is the root folder, and you have to have all these babies. Alright, let's begin. You can pause while you're doing that. Make sure you have your root folder and the Pretty Lightbox is right there. We're going to create this index that will display our beautiful thumbnail gallery. Alright, the title of the graphic, that's going to show up on the top of every graphic that is enlarged. I'm going to call this Spooky 2016. My directory where I have all my images is the IMG right here. That's where all my images are going to be, so that's what I'll put right here. The gallery name is going to be, I don't know, Spooky. Okay, no spaces or special characters here. I'm going to pick the dark square, but you can see there are 5 different templates that you can use. I'm going to use a dark square. My gallery width should be the width that my section is going to be, where I want this gallery to be displayed. I don't have one, so I'm just going to put 600. What the heck? What are my thumbnails height and width? They're 80. Notice I'm not putting the pixels in here. Number of graphics, I know there's 50. And the overlay, when the graphic opens up, there's going to be a color as a background. It's sort of like a translucent thing. I'm going to pick orange. Okay, so once I have my folders all set up like this, I'm going to hit Submit Query. And then I'm going to grab the red portion. You see that's JavaScript, and so when I go to Dreamweaver and open up a new file, it should go in the head. And so I'm just going to give me some space here. I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to go back and get the black portion that was created for me by the moose. Copy that. I'm going to put that in the body, or if this was going to be on my website, I would put it in the section or whatever div I wanted to put my lightbox gallery. And then the last thing I got to do is go back to the moose and see this jet purple or blue portion. That should go at the bottom of the page. I could either put it, I'll put it between the body and the HTML. It could go there. That's fine. Then, if I did this right, I'll save this. I'll save it as index in my root folder. Index.html. Hit save. And when I view it in the browser, we're going to see that the lightbox gallery is in place. Remember, we made the sepia, and then we made the hyper saturated graphics when you mouse over. And then when you click on one, it opens up the large. When you click off of it, the picture goes away. And so I can see that my lightbox gallery is working just fine. Okay, so that should go in your section. Notice there's the words up here above each that you put in there. Notice also that at the bottom you could either mouse over and get the next and the previous, or you can go to the bottom and do the same thing with those arrows down there. Additionally, you can click this play button and it will just play through your Lightbox gallery. And it will go. It'll go through all of them, and then they will start from the beginning. Now remember, when you were doing the moose, and let me just turn this off. Remember back when you did this gallery name. Well, what's happening is this is going to scroll through all of the graphics in that gallery. If I had two, let's say I had two different galleries on the page, one for Halloween and one for Christmas, I would name the galleries two different things, so that when I got done scrolling to the very end, the Halloween would start again, and it wouldn't go into the Christmas. And that's what the gallery is for. Now there's other things that you can do here. If you go to the index, you'll see there is some bit of style that you can do. For example, between my pictures, I have them pretty far apart, but I can go in here and change this margin right here to 5. I'm going to save it, and then I'll refresh, and you can see you can move the graphics closer together. Another thing you can do is I have a border that's orange. I can go here and change it to another color, let's say blue. Okay, so now my borders are blue. I can even add space to that if I wanted to have a bigger border. I don't know why you would. And in fact, I can take the border completely out. I'll just do padding 0, and I can even take the border out. I'll just make it 0. And then when I go back and look, I can take the border completely off and adjust it as I showed you. You can adjust the size in between. Now, right now, you'll see that our background is orange. You can go down. You'd have to fix that somewhere else. Anyways, it should be the overlay. Here's the overlay. See, so it's orange. I could change that to blue as well. And then when I refresh, my overlay is going to be blue. And so in the style, you can do all kinds of crazy things back there. Okay. Here's where you can adjust the width of the gallery. Remember, we put 600, but if I want it to be 450 so that it fits in a narrower section, I can change it there. I can do all kinds of other stuff. I could put a border around the whole gallery. So all the CSS is really there for you. Oh, well, actually, I don't know what that does. You'd think I'd know I wrote it, but who knows? It's been a while. And so then, if I don't want, let's say I don't want spooky in front of, on the top of each one of these, you can see that this is where you can change that on each graphic if you want. Okay, here's the spooky. Right here. You change the title. So if I put pumpkin, you will see that on graphic number 1, it'll change to whatever I put there. So in case you needed to go in and customize wow. I guess I didn't save it. Let's see. Okay, pumpkin. Maybe you got to put it in the alt. We'll find out, won't we? Yes, apparently you have to put it in the alt. So you can do that. You can adjust the speed of the gallery and more down here. You see the slideshow. These are milliseconds, and these are milliseconds. So you'd have to figure out which ones you want to do. You can do autoplay the slideshow. So if I turn this to true, let's see what happens. Actually, I don't know what's going to happen. So if I hit refresh, probably the gallery will start right up, or as soon as I click this, it plays automatically. Alright, so that's the Lightbox gallery. Very easy. Once you have all those other things fixed, that is, after you create your beautiful graphics, creating the Lightbox gallery is a cinch.